So the way that someone actually needs to comport themselves during a custody case is so important so that they don't lose custody. Look, it's really stressful as you're going through a custody case. These are your children. They are the most important human beings in your life, particularly at the point as you're going through divorce. So I would say that the most important thing that you need to remember is don't disparage the other parent. You have to be able to foster a relationship with the other parent. You have to be able to co-parent. And that's so difficult for people as they're going through their divorce because there's so much pent up, sometimes rage, sometimes there's been domestic violence. At times there are all of these things going on, financial issues. Somebody may be shutting you out of the finances, or someone may have control of the finances. You may find this process so frustrating. But the bottom line is you are still parents of children. And your children actually are half of both of you. And it's really important to keep this in mind. Now, that may not mean that you're going to have an equal custody parenting arrangement. It may not mean that you're going to both share joint legal custody. Perhaps someone will need to have final decision making. Perhaps there needs to be some sort of a tie-breaking mechanism. But the most important thing about how not to lose custody is that you learn to foster a relationship with the other parent, that you learn that this parent is your child's parent, and it is so important that they be in your child's life. And if you can do that, if you can encourage your children to have a relationship with the other parent, that is going to be the pivotal factor of how not to lose custody. I would say the other things are, be careful about how you speak about the other parent. Be careful when you're speaking about the other parent to the children's providers. So for example, doctors and teachers and guidance counselors, say something nice about the other parent. There's a reason that you and the other parent decided to have children together. So it's important that you say nice things about the other parent. You can find something always that you can think of about the other parent that is a positive thing. And so don't disparage the other parent. Don't disparage the other parent to neighbors and community and the children's friends' parents. It's all going to come around and your children will be hearing these things. Also, be careful about social media. Don't post on social media as you're going through this process. Don't post about your co-parent or your spouse or your children's parent. Don't do it. It's not going to be helpful. Don't post about your child. No one needs to be doing that during actually any action, even after you're going through this. Be cautious about social media because your children will be looking at that social media at some point. Even if they're young now, that social media will be something that they could look at later.